Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. This is your favorite and quality digital classroom. My name is TS Sudhir. This video is to focus on how exactly to approach an MCQ based examination paper. So this would be applicable both to ICSE as well as CBSE students. Now the first point of course is to test yourself on sample papers of quality. And as far as the ICSE and even CBSE is concerned, you have a number of books which have been brought out by EduCart, which I strongly recommend. This one relating to ICSE, History and Civics, Class 10, History and Civics, Geography, and this one relating to English. Also, there are of Mathematics and Physics, Chemistry and Science. These ones I have contributed to. The link is in the description box. You can go and have a look and solve some of these test papers. But in this video, I want to highlight something much more fundamental and important. And that's what this video is going to focus on, because many students unfortunately think that you can actually get to solving the MCQs and thereby prepare for the examinations without revising your syllabus properly. Let me tell it to you very, very clearly that this is a completely wrong approach. So ये जो 10 पॉइंट जो मैंने लिखे हैं ये आपको ध्यान से सुनने पड़ेंगे और इस पर अमल करना पड़ेगा अगर आप चाहते हैं कि टर्म 1 एग्जामिनेशन में जो कि MCQ बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशन होंगे CBSE और ICSE दोनों के लिए, उसमें आप अच्छे नंबर लाएं. तो you need to follow these 10 commandments, 10 instructions very, very carefully. Okay, the first important thing to remember is that revision is key. Okay, revision is key. You need to revise many times. Even for the subjective question paper, I remember revising something like Merchant of Venice almost 8 times with my daughter. You need to revise it that many times to be absolutely thorough कि कहीं से कोई भी word पूछ ले, you would know where exactly it has been taken from. That much of a command you should have on whichever subject you are talking about. The more times you revise your textbook and your notes. These two are important when it comes to MCQ based examination paper. Your textbook and your notes, and in the case of students who are part of the Study with Sudhir courses, the videos. Please make sure you listen to the videos one more time, then look at my notes. It will really help you. Of course, the textbook will be the icing on the cake. As I always tell all the students who are part of the Study with Sudhir app, videos, textbook, then my notes. Look at it 3 times and then you go for the MCQs. That's how you should ideally prepare. Point number 2 is recall. These are the 3 R's that I'm talking about out here. Revision, recall, and of course the difference with rote learning. Recall is key, and especially when it again comes to something like Merchant of Venice or treasure trove stories and poems, biology, history, physics, chemistry, geography, those kind of subjects, remembering details becomes very important. So how much is your recall ability? इस पर बहुत ज्यादा निर्भर करेगा कि कितना आप याद करके वहां पर आप उसको रिप्रोड्यूस कर पाते हैं एग्जामिनेशन हॉल के अंदर. So the keywords that you are going to attempt, it would make sense for you to keep writing down the keywords so that आपको याद रहे कि किस चीज को याद रखना है. Okay, so you just try to remember the important words and you just scribbling down every time you write it down, it goes into your mind that much more efficiently. Third R is the rote learning. These 2 R's are important. This R is not to be done. Rote learning आपके काम नहीं आएगा. रट्टा मारने की कोशिश मत करो, उस पर टाइम मत लगाओ, because you are not going to be asked the definition of a particular concept. Yes, you need to understand it, because what happens is that in MCQ format, a definition is what? A longish sentence. You would not be given a longish sentence in an MCQ 4 choices normally, right? It would be compressed. So us time pe if you have ratified the longish length and you are not able to understand that the compressed sentence is the same as the longish definition that you have learned, you would find it a problem. But if you have understood the definition, किसी भी भाषा में पूछ लो, किसी भी वर्ड्स में पूछ लो, you will be able to answer that. So understanding is key. Rote learning is not to be done. So please do not waste your time in doing rote learning. Okay. Now, fourth point is application questions. Now, this is very important, and this you would be asked not just in subjects like physics and mathematics, but even in a question paper relating to say civics. And if you look at the study with Sudhir के जो test papers जो हमने लगाए हैं, I mean, of all the test papers, I'm most proud of our history and civics question papers, और उसमें भी civics में, because there are a whole lot of application questions which actually test how well you have understood what is what part of the parliamentary form of democracy, which is part of your syllabus for term 1. That's what you should look for. Please do not waste your time looking at so many MCQ based sample papers. Look for only the quality ones and specifically pick up ones which test you on how well your understanding is, and thereby the application based questions. These are the most precious questions. So the more application based questions you can solve, the better your preparation will be. Trust me, that's how, if a quality examiner is setting the paper, he or she will ask you more application based questions. Yes, there will be some recall based questions, definitely in subjects like history, yes, but in subjects like physics, in civics, in mathematics, definitely, even in biology, which is part of our test series, again you will get a lot of these application based questions which you should look for. Okay, windows ko update karna hai. Okay, so that is something which you should look for. Now the time management. Okay, time management is key. You will be given 10 minutes of reading time at the beginning, but ensure that agar aapko 2-3 minutes और चाहिए, so please read your question paper very carefully. Time management, then you divide कि कितने questions हैं, how many questions you need to do, so that you know exactly each question should take approximately how much time. That's important. Don't be in a hurry, but don't be too slow either. Last 10 minutes definitely you should devote to revision. See, nobody is going to give you a medal for finishing the examination before time and starting out, अरे मैंने तो exam खत्म कर लिया 20 minutes पहले. No, you're not going to get any extra marks for that. No one is going to give you a medal or a trophy for that. So utilize the entire duration of the examination. Read your each and every question carefully, even during the revision time, कि क्या आपने correct question answer को mark किया है या नहीं. Revision and the reading time, another 2 hours. The reading time and the revision is going to be very important, apart from the time that you are actually attempting the examination paper. Now, there are few students who are telling me, and this is specifically to ICSE, but even CBSE के लिए काम आएगा, about comprehension. They are losing marks in comprehension. And why are you losing marks in comprehension? I told a few of them over chat on the app that, see, it is very important for you to read the passage at least 3 times. I had said this even in the videos, if you recall. You need to read the passage very, very carefully. The first reading to understand what the passage is like, what the story is like. The second passage to understand the key facts that are mentioned in the passage. The third reading, after reading the question, go back to the passage and read it again. कि कहाँ से कौन सा answer मिल सकता है. The fourth thing that I want you to be very careful about, and this is specifically for students who are losing marks in comprehension, is that when you read the question for the fourth, the fourth time when you are attempting the question, going back to the questions, you read the question and before you tick mark, cross check it again with the passage कि कहीं मैंने गलती से कुछ confused तो नहीं हो रहा, because there will always be some googly which has been thrown in by an intelligent examiner. So read it again. The more times you will read the passage, the more comfortable you get with the content of that passage, the better your chances of scoring 20 on 20 in the ICSE comprehension question paper. Okay, so that is something which you need to do. 7th point, logic. Logic is very important. It cannot be like कौन बनेगा करोड़पति की इसको निकाल दो उसको निकाल दो 50-50 कर दो. No, think logically. When you think logically, at least one or sometimes two of the options will clearly look incorrect to you कि ये तो हो नहीं सकता है. Okay, there will always be an attempt to confuse you with spelling mistakes or a not. Which of these sentences is not correct? You may think correct hai and jaldbazi mein you will try to do it. There are many students who try to point out mistakes in our study with Sudhir test paper saying that ये question गलत है. गलती होती है उनके question को पढ़ने में, because they have missed out कि I have written incorrect, not correct. So you need to be very careful about what is the question, where is the googly thrown into the question, and use your logic to eliminate the wrong option. Each wrong option should be logically eliminated. Your reason should be very clear. Okay, for this reason, I am eliminating option number B. For this reason, I am eliminating option number C. So it has to be between A and D. Now let me think which of them is more correct. So apply logic to every question in every subject that you attempt. Okay, this was rule number 7. One tip I can give you about choosing options is that, and this happens, though I wouldn't say that this will apply to all the cases, but it happens many times, especially with definitions also to an extent, that wherever there are more, when one of the options is a little longer, us par thoda dhyan zyada dijiye, because what the person who has set the paper is try to do is to make sure that the answer, the option is correct in all the aspects, right? Include all the different elements so कि उसमें गलती ना हो. So if there is one option which is longer than the other three, उस option पर ध्यान ज़्यादा दीजिए. हो सकता है that is the correct option. I am saying it does not apply in all the cases, but it can apply. So just pay more attention is what I am advising you. Do not look for a pattern. I saw one article written by the vice chancellor of a university, and I was quite surprised by what that gentleman had said, that agar 1 ka A hai, 2nd ka B hai, 3rd ka C hai, so the chances of 4th ka D hone ke bahut high hain. This is ridiculous. We are not playing Ludo out here. इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ लूडो लिखा. हम यहाँ लूडो नहीं खेल रहे, यहाँ लक की बात नहीं हो रही है. ओके, ये वो क्या बोलते हैं, अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बई बू वाला कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं हो सकता है. ओके, सो प्लीज डू नॉट गो एंड ट्राई लुकिंग फॉर पैटर्न्स इन योर क्वेश्चन पेपर. ओके, please don't do such things, because you will, unless you do not know it at all. Okay, but do not look for such patterns. Don't waste your time trying to look for such patterns. Okay, 10th point, all of the above and none of the above. Agar aapka option hai, so please pay attention to it. Why has it been included? Has it been included only to fill up one of the options, or is it a realistically correct option? Okay, so if there is a none of the above or all of the above, please pay attention to it. Or if you get an option saying 1 and 2 has been given, the C option is option 1 and 2, both. So then also you need to pay attention to it as to why that particular option has been given. So if you have been following the wrong strategy with respect to MCQs all these weeks, all these days, all these months, this is the time to correct yourself. My suggestion to you, please include these 10 mantras in the way you prepare for the MCQs, and you will definitely do much better. All the best to you. Happy learning, happy revision, happy testing. Thank you very much.